Good morning, guys. This is going to be a review of the Vibe Seaghost 110. Again, this is a Vibe Seaghost 110. It's an 11-foot, 34-inch wide kayak. Weighs about 72 pounds, if I'm not mistaken. This is my setup. There are several upgrades on this that obviously do not come with a new one. But let's get started. You got a hard handle on the front there for lifting. On that, you've got a bungee to slide your paddle under. This is the front hatch. The front hatch is secured with those two gray levers that you see there. These simply turn like that. This one's already turned, but they simply slide around. This opens up. Nice front storage hatch. I have a kayak trailer, so I've got about 20 foot of paracord here with a carabiner on the end of it. Just push off the trailer, hold on to that line, and that lets the kayak out about 20 feet behind the trailer. And then I simply tug it back in and secure it to the bank while I go park the trailer. This bag removes. If you're noticing all the water, I just came back off the water. I got rained out and skunked, so the boat is soaking wet from about a 30-minute drive in the rain and a couple of hours fishing in the rain. Anyway, the hatch removes. It has a significant storage area down in there. You guys can see. I'm not going to stick the camera down in there, but it goes all the way through under the floorboard here that you're looking at now. Lots of storage room in there. Of course, the Vibe Seaghost 110 and 130, which is the 13-foot model of this same boat, comes equipped with rudder controls and adjustable foot pedals. There they are. They adjust with that little trigger that you're seeing kind of on the left side of the foot pedal there. This is not a factory center console. This is a Mod Pod 2. I have a separate video on that. Briefly, it has a storage box right here. It comes out with those two screws that you see there. I have a Noctua 4 amp hour battery in there. It runs a Garmin Striker 4 Plus CV that you see mounted. The Mod Pod center console has gear tracks on either side of it. They're about 8 inches long. Obviously, it is hinged in the center there. It has some bungees. That blue speaker is an all-tech, all-weather speaker. It is completely waterproof. I've had it out in the rain. As you see here, the boat is soaking wet. It does not affect the quality or the sound of the speaker. You may be wondering what that hand weight is laying in the floorboard over there. That is a 1.5 pound hand weight, neoprene coated. I use that for my anchor. Why? Because that's about all you need unless you're in some significant current or wind. And it's neoprene coated. It's really quiet so it doesn't bang around the deck. Moving back, the Mod Pod latches here, unlocks, comes up. Lots of storage room down in there. It's pretty deep. I'm going to guesstimate the console is about 8 inches deep and probably 2 feet long, just to give you some idea of how the console is. Has a removable or a opening there. You can open that store your phone in there. Has a magnetized area there, as you can see. To drop lures, they'll stick right there. The Vibe Seaghost comes with gear tracks down the left and right side. As you can tell, they're about 2 feet long. I have a Kayak Attack roto clip right here to clip your paddle into. I use an Aquabound hybrid, Stingray hybrid paddle. Has side handles to help you load and unload. Has bungees here to hold your paddles. Has an area on either side of the seat for a 3600 Plano. A lot of you guys have had trouble with these being too short, these bungees being too short, and I'm trying to get that to go in there one-handed. There it is. And it tends to push the Plano under the seat. Quick tip for you. So take the Plano box, instead of trying to clip it through that little hook, just run the bungee just like that. It keeps it plenty secure, and you don't have to worry about hooking it to that little clip. This, of course, is the seat. It is adjustable forward and backwards. In other words, the seat back will adjust forward and backwards. It is currently in the high position. It does have a low position. It bungees down. I'm not going to move it right now. Have a lip grip hooked to it there. The white thing that you see here is a lip grip. Have a pair of scissors bungeed. I have a pair of hemostats over there on the other side that I use as a hook release. The Garmin is attached with a Kayak Attack mount specific for a Garmin fish finder. I love it. It is adjustable. It swings left and right, round and round, up and down, just does about anything you would want it to do. That is a Kayak Attack Omega rod holder. Again, I love it. I have a Backwater Assassin, just a little hand paddle there that I keep bungeed. If I'm on the water, I store it under the seat when I'm transporting the kayak. When I'm on the water, I simply take it and shove it down by the seat, one side or the other like that. And that keeps that well in place. The seat is some sort of breathable mesh. It's very comfortable. Sitting in the seat, leaning forward, I can reach the fish finder, but reaching past that, I've kind of got to sit up off the seat or sit forward of the seat to get anything past the fish finder. Not that there is anything up there that I need, but just to give you some idea. I have a custom built rod pod or rocket tube for my fishing rods. I built this out of PVC. There's several videos on YouTube of how to do that. Have a GoPro camera mount there. Have a You See Me navigation light if I'm out after dark or before daylight. You simply turn the head of that, it comes on. That is a U.S. Coast Guard approved navigation light. It is viewable at 2 miles or 3 miles or whatever it is the Coast Guard says it has to be, I forget. Rear storage hatch here, it simply unlocks, comes open. You've got a removable bag in there. It gives you storage to the back of the back hull. This is the storage well. You have more gear track back here. You have a hard handle. You have the rudder, of course, and you have 2 scupper holes in the rear. You have 8 scupper holes on the in the cockpit area. You have 2 in either footwell. You have 4 under the seat. Center scupper hole holds your wires for your transducer. Vibe Seaghost comes with a recessed box under the hull with a little screen on it. You remove that screen, your transducer sits up in the hull. You replace the screen, you run your wires up through that transducer hole, and it's a really nice setup. The rudder is secured with just a little simple bungee. You've got a hard handle there. You remove the bungee, the rudder deploys from a line. If you see that little red ball there, that's how you deploy the rudder. From the factory, the Seaghost 110 comes with two built-in rod holders. You can see them. All right, to deploy the rudder, there is a little cleat right there. You pull that line forward, lock it back in. Now, as you can tell, your rudder is deployed. I'm going to try to keep you on the rudder. I'm going to unhook it, and you'll see how it comes up. So it swings up by itself. I have a Yak Attack anchor trolley. You can see there's the lever lock for it. That's my anchor rope. My anchor rope comes back to a clothesline reel. Simply peel out the clothesline, replace it with paracord, and your anchor line, as you pull it in, will self-store back in that reel. I have a couple little gizmos there. That rope laying in the floor is what I use just to tether my paddle with. It's got a little quick release snap on it right there, so I can move it to either side. Again, that is a Yak Attack roto clip to hold your paddle. That is a Yak Attack Omega rod holder. Trying to give you a good kind of overview there. So it is very stable, especially being new to kayaking. I'm not ever uncomfortable on it. It's really stable. I can't say anything bad about it. They're great. So anyway, guys, thanks for joining me. More videos to come. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that little bell so you'll be notified of future videos. Thank you for joining, and let me know if you have any questions. I'll try to get them answered for you as soon as possible. Thanks, guys.